You know, sometimes I wonder if our house is a circus. One clown after another.
At least it's our circus. And speaking of clowns, where is classic Caillou today? I heard he's been extra inventive this morning.
Inventive? Me? I'm just exploring my artistic side, Mum. Artistic, you say? Last time your art turned our living room into a hair salon disaster.
I can't believe Miss Faye ended up with a bald head. Again.
It wasn't again, then. It was a grand experiment in style and expression. Besides, Miss Faye always said a change in hairstyle could be liberating.
Liberating? Classic Caillou, shaving someone's head is not art. It's mischief. And if you dare bring that nonsense back here, you're in big trouble.
I agree with Boris. Our family might be chaotic, but we respect others' appearances. Especially teachers, who work hard for our education.
But isn't mischief what keeps life interesting? Besides, Miss Faye did warn us not to let boredom take over.
3 days later.
Okay. That brings us to the end of the class for today. My bright stars, remember, every day is a chance to try something new. I expect creativity.
Creativity. Yes. I have just the idea. Oh, yeah! I still have the pair of novelty scissors I borrowed from the art supply cabinet with me. With this pair of scissors, I could shave a small patch of hair from Miss Faye's head. This also counts as creativity. This will be hilarious. Wow! That was quick. Miss Faye did not even notice me.
Oh my. What on earth?
Miss Faye, you look like a bowling ball.
Wow, that's some crazy haircut.
Surprise! A little trim for fun. Consider it a temporary style upgrade.
Classic Caillou, that was not funny. I am your teacher, not your canvas for mischief.
But isn't life more interesting when we experiment with appearances? Think of it as interactive art. I can't believe what I'm hearing. This is not interactive art. This is vandalism of personal style.
I think it's cool. Miss Faye looks different. Maybe a little extra glamorous bald? Classic Caillou, if you continue with these experiments, I will have to report you to your parents. This was the first strike.
Consider it a minor setback, Miss Faye. I promise, the best is yet to come.
1 week later.
Today, we're going to write about what makes each of you unique. Every detail counts. Like the color of your hair or the spark in your eyes.
Unique. Yes. Time for another masterpiece.
Classic Caillou, no.
Look, Miss Faye. Now you're like a superhero with a secret identity. I never knew bald could be so cool. Classic Caillou. What did you do this time? This is the second time you've turned Miss Faye into a hairless wonder. Consider it a tribute to bold beauty, dear brother. I am merely liberating her from the confines of conventional hairstyles.
You sure have a neat definition of liberation, Classic Caillou. Miss Faye might start a trend. Classic Caillou, this is your final warning. If you do something like this one more time, there will be serious consequences. Both at school and at home.
A final warning? Challenge accepted.
Later.
Classic Caillou, I received a call from Miss Faye's school today. It seems you have added another chapter to your experimental series.
Oh, you mean the liberation of Miss Faye's style? I was just enhancing her persona.
Enhancing her persona? Classic Caillou, you've done this twice already, and today I heard it happened again. You shaved her head bald. Once more.
You know what happens when you cross the line, Classic Caillou. This isn't a joke. It's not art. It's mischief, and it's disrespectful.
Miss Faye is probably really mad this time. I mean, how many times can one teacher be liberated?
I must say, I am developing quite the international reputation as a hairstylist. Who knew bald could be so avant-garde?
Avant-garde or not, you have now completed your third experiment. And that means you're grounded. Completely, from any outings, screens, or creative mischief. For a month.
No more international styling tours for you, Classic Caillou. You are staying home and helping around the house. And you are writing an apology letter to Miss Faye, explaining that her hair is her own and must be respected.
But Dad, Mom, you can't possibly understand the true spirit of freedom and art. Freedom and art do have their place, Classic Caillou, but not when it means messing with someone's appearance without their permission.
I guess sometimes you have to learn the hard way.
It's all just a grand performance. In every performance, there are consequences, right? Even for a maestro like me.
This isn't about being a maestro, Classic Caillou. It's about responsibility. You've taken something playful and turned it into chaos.
One eternity later.
Well, my dear students, it seems I have become somewhat of a living exhibit in our exploration of change. Sometimes, life's unexpected moments teach us the value of respecting others, even when that means letting someone else keep their hair.
Miss Faye, do you regret letting Classic Caillou experiment with your hair?
Regret? Not exactly. I learned that even mischief can lead to important lessons. Classic Caillou, do you have something to say?
I guess I got carried away with the idea of artistic expression. I never meant to hurt any tone, not really. Sometimes our desire for excitement can blind us to the consequences. Your actions affected someone who cared about you in our class.
And Miss Faye, you still managed to smile about it all. That's pretty brave. Thank you, Rosie. And thank you, Classic Caillou, for being honest. I appreciate the apology you wrote to me. It's a reminder that while creativity is wonderful, it must be balanced with respect and responsibility.
I'm really sorry, Miss Faye. I promise to channel my creativity in ways that don't hurt others. I'll be a better artist. And a better friend.
I believe you will, Classic Caillou. Everyone makes mistakes. The important thing is learn from them. And who knows? Perhaps one day you'll create something that brings joy rather than chaos.